So, with you looking at an older house, I just needed time to sit and ponder on it.
Take a fat shit. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was fat. It was. Well, we're not going to describe it.
If anything, I think the stop drinking would regulate our bowel movements.
You would, but I also had some questionable food. My wife stopped at the grocery store after work, and she just does like where they pick your groceries for you, and all you got to do is stop and pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
She stopped and picked them up, and then forgot that she stopped and picked them up by the time she got home, and left them in the car overnight.
I wouldn't eat the meat.
I don't think there was any meat. There was some cheese and some coffee with cream in it. And that was the coffee with cream, I think, is what got me, because I had a big glass of it.
It might have. That makes sense. The cheese should be fine.
Yeah, that's so. But
it's like, please don't eat the meat if there's meat.
Yeah. So especially with it being an older house, big things that I would look for, just for like a safety purpose, is what kind of electrical system they have in there. But you don't want a house. You don't want a house with fuses.
Oh, fuses bad?
They're not bad. It's just really, really old. Like they haven't used fuses since before the 60s.
I'm thinking of breakers. I think
breakers are what they've been using.
Okay, got it. I know
after
the difference.
The 60s.
Yes. Okay, got it.
The fuse is actually like something that you twist in. They serve the certain purpose.
They do the same.
To not allow a circuit to overload. But if a fuse pops, it's not just going down and flipping it off and flipping it back on like it is a breaker. You have to take the fuse out and have other fuses and put a new fuse in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
And the grounding issues and things like that can be very problematic.
Okay.
So that'd be one thing. And a lot of times, those old houses, they didn't have all the stuff that we have now to plug in either. And so there might only be one or two outlets in a bedroom then. And so there might only be a very limited amount of power going to each room. And if you're trying to plug in cell phones, computers, things like that, and it can trip a breaker, and then you're just kind of going, oh, well, fuck. Now what?
That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. I will say the ones we've been looking at, unfortunately, are cookie cutter. And I mean, they're on top of each other.
Yeah.
But 1350.
Well, welcome to all houses in America, basically.
So that's the really cool thing, because we're eventually looking to relocate to Abilene, right? That's the goal. Mm-hmm. That's the plan. And just looking, you saw the houses in Abilene and stuff, and the land for sale in Abilene.
Yeah, I looked at that a little bit.
And it's a little more cost effective out there, which is the goal, which is why we're not buying a house here, because that would just be awful.
Why would it be awful?
Because I just don't want to have really anything besides my grandparents that tie me here. I really don't like the city all that much. I never really have. So, I mean, once my grandparents are gone, then that's it.
And your parents live there?
They're ready to bounce.
Oh.
Same reasons.
Gotcha.
We all are.
Gotcha.
So,
I know a great little small town you guys should relocate to.
There's too much snow.
I'm not talking here.
Oh, are you talking?
Yeah.
I could do it. It needs to be close to a hospital, though.
There's hospitals everywhere, buddy.
I know, but it needs to be close to at least a level 2 hospital.
I thought you wanted to go into EMT now.
No, don't get me wrong. I love it. I think it's the perfect job for me. I think it's awesome. I love every shift, every minute of it. I'm having a blast. I will do it for the rest of my life 100%, but it just doesn't make enough money. I mean, that's the crux of it. It really, I think I make $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, right? Not terrible. at all.
Working 2 days a week.
Working that the 50,000s with the mandatory overtime. So 3 days a week, yes, but still not bad.
Kind of bad.
I get paid $13.50 an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if you work 3 days a week, you could like have another job,
which is the plan.
And work part-time or
I don't
make food or I mean, you know what you could do? You could cut lawns.
I'm not doing that.
I bet you'd be really good at it.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, you're very good at straight lines and stuff.
That's not what you were getting at all.
And you can sit there and listen to books the whole time.
You racist son of a bitch.
I've thought about starting my own mowing company.
No, the reason I won't is because there's 1,000 of them here.
Yeah.
Already. And I don't want to do it. I don't like wasps or bees, and that's like an occupational hazard.
How?
Have you cutting the grass here? I run in like 2 or 3 wasp nests.
What?
Just the house. Yeah. South Texas is bad with wasps, dude. Bad.
Get out of South Texas, then.
That's the plan, motherfucker. But
yeah, if I was going to be racist, I'd tell you to go hang drywall or pour concrete.
I think cutting lawns is more racist than construction. I see more white dudes in construction than I do in like mowing lawns.
Well, I see white dudes like doing like plumbing and HVAC and electrical. I've seen a lot of Mexican crews that do roofing, pour concrete. The last 2 crews that have done my roof, I've had my roof done twice in the last 10 years due to hail. And both times there was a white guy that I dealt with and talked to and like took my money, and he brought crews in from Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And they did, or not from Mexico, from Texas, excuse me. And they did all the work.
From Mexico. It's from Mexico.
The one time they had a cooler when they started the project at 8:00 in the morning. They had a cooler full of beer.
Oh yeah.
Like trying to hide it from me. I'm like, dude, as long as you don't fall off my roof, I don't fucking care. Even if you do, I don't care because you're not coming after me.
Yeah, it's not me that did this. My plan is to go into RT because it pays so well, and it's a similar shift. It pays a lot. It pays as well as a nurse does. So
for the moment,
for now,
those rates are dropping.
Yeah, well, then they will. But I figure with those 2 steady things put together, good to go.
Is that what you figure?
That's what I figure.
Okay.
And there's a flight RT position that I'm really excited to try for, and that'll be fun. Keep my excitement going.
Kane Heck asked, do either of you know anything about PCS? I don't know what PCS is, so.
Like it's the... Like PCS is in the military, or like patient care statement, or PCR, patient care report?
PC''S. I still don't know what you're saying.
Oh, PCs. Like computers?
Oh, like computers.
You're so old.
I mean,
PC''F. I don't know much about that.
Thomas probably knows a little bit more than I do, considering I didn't even know what a PC was.
We don't know too much. We're not gurus for that.
Probably not going to. We're not going to be. We're not a good source of information for that. No, probably not.
I bought my laptop on Amazon. I did build my first computer, but that was when the 1660 Super was the best.
Yeah, we're not gonna do stuff like that. Thanks, I appreciate it though. They want us to enter code something.
Ah.
Yeah. Mm. So,
but there's like a couple things that I look for right now that I was told to look for, specifically because I have a dog, she has a dog. So like a fence that's actually maintained well and not crumbling in a piece of shit. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Not crumbling in a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But why do you care? Because if you're just going to be renting it.
Because my dog's going to be back there.
In the backyard?
Yeah. Not permanently, but I have to let him out, you know?
Yeah.
And her dog definitely will bolt for it. So I need to, watch that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to watch that anywhere you go, though.
For her dog.
Yeah.
Not for mine.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit. Which, by the way, the saddest thing ever occurred. So at the trailer park now,
What happened to Ranger?
No, it's not Ranger. Ranger's fine.
Oh, and then it's not the saddest thing ever.
It's pretty sad. There's this dog named George. He's a blue Australian cattle dog, just like Maggie. We used to stouter. Him and Orion were actually BFFs. We go to the bar. He's there. Really great bar dog. Super chill. Very nice dog. He was found on the side of the road by the bar. It was actually, it was super fucking sad. Like I am rarely saddened by animal deaths that aren't my animals, and that made me really sad.
Yeah.
But also, I mean,
come on. You know, you shed a tear when Shadow died in Homeward Bound.
Shadow didn't die.
When you thought he died.
Well, everyone thought, well, yeah, everybody shed a tear. That's why Holly's dog's name is Chance, because of that movie.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Good movie.
Oh, one of the best movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the second one?
Yeah. Chance
gets a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Shadow's even older. Oh, those dogs are all definitely dead by now.
Oh, 100%.
Airbud's dead. Oh, that's why he had puppies.
And those puppies are probably dead now, too.
Ah, that's so sad. You can't die, buddy. I'll miss you. Fuck. I actually did have a dream that I got you a golden retriever puppy. And
that would have been a great dream.
You were so fucking mad at me.
Yeah.
You were like, I don't need a fucking puppy right now. And I made the mistake of bringing the puppy to you in front of the wife and kids. And so they were all excited. So there was like no way you could say no.
Oh, I can say no.
You were so mad at me.
I would say no.
I don't think you'd say no.
I would.
I don't think you would. Golden retriever puppy? I don't think you would.
I was asked for a birthday if I wanted one.
You didn't have the puppy in your hands. It's a whole different story when the puppy's right here. We'll go camping. I'll get the puppy. I'll bring it. I'll pretend it's my dog for a couple days. Like you get like kind of attached to it and be like, actually, that's your dog. And then leave.
You want to know what would happen is you would get attached to the dog.
Nah.
And then
I've raised puppies. I'm good. I have to have believe it or not, and I love dogs. Case in point. But it's a very specific kind of dog that I have to get along with to be able to like them enough to want to keep them forever. Like him. My little asshole. I need a very relaxed dog. I need a cat in dog form. Me personally. I love canines, right? Like the working dogs because they're when you're with them, they're not cuddly, they're aloof, and you just got to work them, which I can work a dog. I work both of the dogs all the time. I like that. I don't like the cuddly in your face, wanting pets all the time kind of dog. Gets on my nerves. You feel me?
No, but okay.
My caffeine from my meal's kicking in. I'm feeling good.
But you won't take shots of espresso, but you're drinking Mio Energy?
It was a joke. I would definitely take shots. Well, I don't know if of espresso because I don't like coffee. So, I don't know. By the way, my parents leave less than 30 days for Rome.
Sweet.
I'm so excited for them. Jealous, for sure. But so excited for them. They deserve this vacation. So bad. And definitely get to Europe and stuff, but while you can,
While you can? You think it's just going to disappear?
Yeah. Tsunami's going to take it out. No, dude, look how close war with Ukraine is. If things start popping off for everyone.
You're shaking, your leg is vibrating your whole camera.
Sorry. I'm not even attached. Once things start popping off overseas, it's going to be,
they're going to pop off. They're going to pop off overseas.
Things are going to pop off overseas already.
Oh. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. Everyone's been saying it too. Just no one knows when. It's like playing a game of Civilization. It's going to happen.
Nope. Bet you it doesn't.
Find out.
Bet you it doesn't.
How much you want to bet?
How much time frame?
by 2027.
Okay.
And the loser, I don't know. I still owe you a tattoo, by the way. I haven't forgotten.
I'm going to make you get a Red Rising tattoo.
Yeah, okay.
Like for the tattoo that you lost.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't give a shit. Just let me pick the place because I don't want you putting it underneath my eyes like a teardrop.
But that's how many golds we're going to know you have killed.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they knew how many gold Trig had killed.
So, I don't think a tattoo is a good idea again. How about the loser? Okay. All right. So it's going to be, my time frame is 4 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the loser has to go to the winner's house and cut their grass. I don't know, man. Help me out. Just
How about like a beer mile?
what's a beer mile?
Beer mile?
Yeah.
You chug a beer, you have to run a quarter lap or a quarter mile, chug another beer, run a quarter mile, chug another beer, run another quarter mile,
That sounds perfect.
chug another beer,
I like it.
run a quarter mile.
Let's do that. That's yeah, that works. Shit, by then you're gonna be 50, dude. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that.
Or I saw this one for a punishment for a fantasy football.
Okay.
You have to go to a 24-hour restaurant and you have to spend 24 hours in there.
They'll kick you out.
Nope, they will not. Because for every pancake you eat, you get 1 hour off of your time.
You tell me I only have to eat 24 pancakes? Fucking easy work, my boy.
24 pancakes?
Yeah, 24 pancakes, but over like 6 hours.
Yeah, you don't have to eat 24 then.
Oh, yeah, I only have to eat 18. It's even easier. I could do that. Like at a Denny's or an IHOP.
You're going to spend 6 hours in an IHOP eating 18 pancakes.
I've done worse things with my life before.
Yeah, I agree. I still think it would be miserable.
Oh, it's going to be a bad time, 100%, but it's not so bad that it's impossible.
Yeah, no. Because worst thing you do is you just sit there for 8 hours.
It's not as
and
bad
eat,
as, yeah.
Eat 16 pancakes
It's not as bad
in
as
8 hours.
Spending 24 hours in an IKEA. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Not as bad.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Okay.
All right.
By the end of 2027. And it has to be like official war.
Okay. I like it.
All right. Guess you're going to be spending 24 hours in
I'm going to be getting a video
in
of you.
2028.
I'm going to be getting a video of you spending 24 hours in an IHOP in the middle of a war zone.
You have to live stream the whole time.
I like it. I'm down for it. I'm going to get the waitress in on it. She's going to be like, yeah.
You know what the waitresses in those places are, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I can charm anybody though. My charisma's up.
Is it?
No. I've lost the riz, as the kids say.
You realize in 2027 you could have a kid? Like if you've had a kid, that's gonna be the funniest fucking thing in the world to me.
The kid gets some pancakes.
If you've got like a 3-month-old at home and you tell your wife that you have to leave and go spend the next 24 hours in an IHOP because of a bet that you made in October of 2023.
I'll tell her right now. I give a shit. And she'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's different when you got a 3-month-old at home.
I'll take the baby with me. It's fine. Yeah, all good.
Oh my god!
You like
you're
me with
just
this cat?
No, I don't like cats.
Yeah. So there are things that I'm looking for right now when it comes to renting, right? Stuff like that. Um, I look for obvious stains in like carpeted areas, stains on the floor. Just, I don't know.
Why?
Just if someone died in there,
What do you care?
it'd be icky. It's,
You, th- you think you're just going to come in and there's going to be like the chalk outline of a dead body?
no,
in
but
a
I know
room,
what the
or-
stains look like. Actually, fun fact. So you know how my station's was a funeral home?
No, I didn't. How would I know that?
I'm pretty sure I've told you. I've told everybody. It had its own like embalming area, right? Like with the tile and the shower head and the drain. That's all still there. It's just there's just shelves in it now where we keep all of our supplies. So we converted an old funeral home into our EMS station, which we turned a bunch of the area into rooms, so we all have our own individual rooms. It's great. It's a great. I get a decent night's sleep. I can close my door and it's dark and I don't hear anything, except when I do. I don't know if it's someone fucking with me at the station, but every now and then, because Orion sleeps on the bed with me, because it's freezing in there. It's always super cold, and he sleeps on the bed with me. And like every now and then, my door will open, and like they're like latched doors, right? You have to turn the handle to open the door. My door will open, and he'll like get up, and then he'll like growl, and then the door will like slam shut. It freaks me out. I don't know if it's someone fucking with me. I don't know what's going on, but it's freaky. And then like I'll go to like the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I'll like look. We have these big rocking chairs, and the chairs are all rocking. I'm like, one of these motherfuckers has to be messing with me because I'm the new guy. But it's
You
creepy.
go to the bathroom in the middle of the night?
Yeah, you don't.
No, I'm not fucking 80.
I spent a lot of my life very dehydrated. And so I got this, as I've already told you about. And I drink about 6 of these a day.
You started that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. My body's hydrated. It doesn't know what to do. And I pee all the fucking... I have to pee now. I exist in a state of having to pee.
Stop drinking water at night. Have a cutoff.
No, because my mouth gets dry. So I get up. I usually get up about once in the middle of the night to pee.
Big thing I would look for, or big thing I would do after you sign a lease on a place is one, make sure you look at if they have a notice period. Like there's times where like you'd think you sign a 12-month lease. Okay, at 12 months, you can just move out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. They make you give them either a 30 or a 60-day notice of you moving out, even though your lease is ending.
It's weird, but okay.
I agree.
Good to know. I like it.
Second thing I would do is I would take pictures of everything before you move in.
Okay.
If there's stains, I would just take pictures of everything. Because if they then come back at you afterwards saying, well, you did this to the apartment, well, you did this, or house, or whatever it is, well, this room didn't have this stain or something like that. If you don't have documentation of it or pictures of it, they're going to charge you and keep your security deposit.
Gotcha. My other question is, when you rent, are you allowed to fix minor things that happen in the house?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Not unless you're compensated for it.
So, okay, good example here is Miranda and Jack, their sink fell out, right? They have the granite countertop, and the sink literally was just caulked onto it. It was really shitty, and it fell out. And so I fixed it for them because they needed a fucking sink, and it was going to be like a while before they came in. And I've heard both good and bad, like, don't do that. They should do it. And like, good on you for being able to do that. So
I wouldn't do it without their permission.
Okay.
For one, because like if I was a landlord, obviously that's a big thing and they should get somebody in there same day. Because that's kind of a major fix. It's not like you're just like, hey, a light bulb's out or something like that. Like that's a big fix.
Yeah.
So they should be able to get somebody there same day for that. But if I'm going to be doing any kind of work, I don't own this property. So if I'm going to be doing work on it, I want it compensated off of my rent, which is why, I've heard of, people doing it like that where, hey, I'll do this, and you take this off my rent or, things like that. But,
right. I mean, I don't think I'm that handy. Like I can unclog a drain. Fix
remounting a sink. I mean, did you just recock it?
No, so that's the thing. It was so dumb the way it was cocked on the bottom. Like they definitely put it on a bucket, cocked it, sealed it to the granite, and that was it. That's why that's why it fell. It has a lip. Uh-huh. If you just bring the sink out, put it over, and cock it onto the granite, it seals and it has gravity. You know what I mean? The lip is over the granite. Like there's a specific slot for it to fit there. I just don't know why they didn't do that.
Well, because there's a different aesthetic look for it being under the sink. And there's actually like hangers that they design that go under to hold it in place.
None of that was there. Hence why it fell. Which, I mean, it was...
Didn't it like break pipes and stuff?
No. It just loosened them. So all I had to do was just the little screw thingy. It came off. You put it back
for the P-trap.
Yeah, and it was. Other than that, it was fine. So okay, so just always ask before you do anything. Is what I'm hearing.
I'd let them know about anything that goes wrong. I mean, you don't want to be an annoying pain in the ass, but at the exact same time, like that's part of the reason that you're renting. And have a conversation with them about it. If you're looking at renting a place, be like, what is considered an emergency? What's considered things that you want me to take care of? What are things that you want to take care of?
Okay.
Because if I was renting a house and the sink wasn't put in properly and it fell like that, I would want to know about it because I'm going to go back after my builder and they're going to come out and fix it or whoever installed that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay. Also, what's a good temperature to have the AC set at?
Are you paying for electricity?
I will be there.
Then whatever you're comfortable paying with.
Well, I guess that's fair. But I just personal preference too, though, because when I go to a hotel room, I'll set that bitch to as low as it'll go. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's because you're not paying for electricity.
But what's a good temperature to exist in? What do you guys exist in right now?
AC going is usually 71.
Okay.
But I also turn a couple of fans on because I especially like sleeping at night. I have ceiling fans in most of my rooms, and
moving air is a big thing for me. It can be hotter than hell as long as the air is moving. I'm all right. Which it was at my grandparents' house. Remember? Mm-hmm. It was set to 78.
But I was over at my grandpa's today, and it was 78. That's what they have it set to. That's what he has it set to in his house. That's so hot.
It's so hot. You have to lay naked and not move with the fan on you to be comfortable.
It'll be the middle of winter and we're getting ready to go over there and I'm like, better put a t-shirt on. Do I have any shorts out? Do I still have my winter shorts?
Cool thing too. So I don't fit in any of my shorts anymore.
That's a bummer.
Because I lost too much weight.
You've ever, they actually made something to help with that. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. But they're called belts.
I'm talking about my Magellan shorts, the ones that have the drawstring on the inside. The drawstring's as tight as it'll go, and then it just doesn't work.
That's not possible.
I'll send you a picture. If I wear it for more than a couple hours, then it's just I have to retie the drawstring, and it doesn't. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean.
A string can always go tighter.
Yes, but the pants are loose still. It's weird. I'll show you, like I said. You just have to be comfortable with seeing my ass.
I'm not.
I'm not. But yeah, so I'm actually wearing my old EMS pants from a long time ago. Because my fat boy pants don't fit.
You from a long time ago. When were you in EMS before this?
Before I joined the military. Yeah. 911 Concepts. I paid $1,200 to be an EMT. Yeah. It was fun.
Why don't you just go into like cybersecurity or something?
Because I'd be bored to tears. I need to do
So?
something. And then that would be restarting everything all over.
Not
again.
really. You can get them done in like 90 days for courses.
Yeah, that's true. And it's something always. That's what my uncle did, actually. He has an MBA. And then he went and got a bunch of cybersecurity certs for a few months.
Mhm.
And then now he's chilling.
Yeah, you make like $50,000 to $100,000 starting out.
Which we have a lot of people in the military. They'll train them and then they'll get out to get a job on the outside because it pays better.
Mhm.
Which, I mean,
The private sector.
the private sector. They're working in the same building, just they don't have to wear a uniform to work now.
Sounds fantastic.
It sounds fucking awesome. They don't have to shave. But I get a lot of the same benefits too. I know. I wish. If I could, man, my hair would be... Actually, realistically, it probably wouldn't be that long ever again.
Did I ever tell you a buddy of mine, he actually, just speaking of military, he just got out. The funniest thing and most ballsy thing I've ever heard somebody say to their wife while drinking.
What is it?
So this is my first time ever meeting this guy.
Okay.
And he had a bunch of people over to his house to play cards.
Okay. Fun time. Due time.
Yeah. Playing cards, bunch of guys over there. And it was getting late. I think we started at probably 8, and by now it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And he was in the guards at the time and he was on duty at 6, so he had to be there at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a son. His son was probably 2 at the time. And his wife comes down. Like I said, it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning. He's hammered. Most of us were pretty tuned up. And she's kind of talking, oh, how's it going? And, he's whatever. And she's like, don't you have guards in the morning? And he goes, yep, I got it at 6 a.m. He goes, okay, well, do you think it's time to, maybe wrap it up or anything? And he looked at her and he asked, he goes, is Jack good? Which was their son.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, yeah, Jack's good. He goes, you good? She goes, yeah, I'm good. He goes, we're good then. Have a good night. I just went, oh my God.
And he did that in front of people?
There was like 6 of us. I was like, you're my hero, but you're probably dead
You're
too.
gonna fucking die. And that's when she started putting bleach in his coffee pot.
I couldn't believe it. And it was such sound logic too. Like, it was like, kid's good. You're good. I'm a grown man. I take care of myself. I'm good. Have a good night.
I mean, she's right.
She was 100% right, but he was also right.
I have turned up to a drill weekend very hungover before, so I get it.
Yeah. And I think he had been in for a while, so it wasn't like he was going there to do PT or anything like that.
No.
Like,
Not that they do anyways.
he was just going. He just had to be there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I just heard him say that, and I was just like,
You're
my hero.
The only thing that would have made it better is why don't you go make Daddy a sandwich?
Right?
That's how you die.
I'm pretty sure I wanted to leave after that because I thought she was going to come down and shoot him.
Yeah. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm leaving.
Yeah, it was
Would I ever say anything like
awesome.
that to my significant other? Absolutely not. There's no way. I couldn't. I'd be too afraid. And I say that in
Right?
the best possible way. It's a respect thing, I guess. I don't know. But but I could also never see you saying that either,
No.
which is, I guess, a very positive thing. In
Is it?
my opinion.
Oh.
Because, I mean, he was technically not doing something that was great.
We all do things that are not great.
I do them less now.
Yeah, for a month, and then you're going to go right back to your old ways.
I don't know.
Maybe even worse.
I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna be sober. I want to see where I'm at the 30 days. I don't think I'm gonna be sober, but I do think I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll drink just like I did for the last month for the podcast, and that might be it.
It's cyclical. You'll go a while and you'll drink for the podcast, and then it'll get to summer again, and you'll be drinking, or you and the old lady will move in together, and you'll be driving home from work. You'll be like, "Hey, honey, I'm going to stop and get us a 6-pack." And she'll be like, "I got us one too. We got 2 6-packs to drink tonight."
That sounds awesome.
And then it's going to become a habit. And then every night you're going to have 2 12-packs. And then you're going to go for about a couple weeks and you'll be like, "Honey, maybe we didn't do sober October again this year."
You know what? That makes me feel better as a person, though, that it's not just me, that it can come and go. I'm just happy that I could stop. I was a little worried, you know.
Really?
A little bit.
Zero part of me was worried.
I think I just haven't gotten because before we met, I really didn't drink that much overall. I did military drinking because I do that, but it's still only on the weekends for us.
Yeah, we were heavy there for a while.
Yeah, we went hard in the paint, and then now we're at 0, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's something that I was definitely a little concerned about, but I'm not anymore. Especially now that you said that too, because I didn't want to. I had that thought of mine. It was like, well, if I stopped now, maybe it's going to be harder for me to stop later. So I should just stay less. Stay stopped.
Nah, just means that you don't have a disease. You're not an alcoholic.
It's kind of nice.
And so you just
and it does run in my family. That's also why I was like. Oh, I feel it makes me feel good that I can just be like,
yeah. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, like the last night after a couple of things, I was like, I could really go for a drink tonight. Yeah. And I'm like, oh nope, it's sober month. We're not doing that.
I got home after that 48-hour shift, and then I drove 2 hours to drive Egg to the airport so I could take her truck. Because it had all the gear in it. So I did her a favor, right? But it was after a long shift where we had gotten calls at night. And so I was just in a pissy mood to begin with. And the calls we had were rough. Everything was just compounding. And I get home, I fall asleep for like 4 hours, and I get up and I'm like, fuck, I could use like a stiff drink, like a make me hurt drink. But I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I mainly didn't because I have no alcohol in this house.
There's a bottle behind you.
Yeah, that's the mead. I'm not going to drink it.
Oh, you said there's no alcohol in the house. There's a bottle.
Okay, there's no my alcohol besides that. That's the only thing that's mine. I won't drink someone else's alcohol. That's rude.
Weird that you guys are a family but don't share alcohol.
That's the one thing I won't I'm sure if I ask them, the answer will be yes. But I'm not just going to go take some.
Yeah. I mean, you just, hey, I'm going to pour a glass of this.
Because my mom has like several bottles of wine, and then which have been in the wine cooler for 5 years. She very rarely drinks them. And then my dad has some nice whiskeys, which I really don't go into that. But he's a Scotch guy, and I don't really like Scotch. It's too smoky. And Junior has his Keystones that he likes to drink in the fridge. And my mom has rums too. So I have alcohol. I just, not the stuff that I particularly go for. There's no tequilas.
You aren't an alcoholic, because if you were an alcoholic, you would drink all of those.
I guess that's fair. I've come to realize that I don't like rum.
I don't like spiced rum.
But no, don't get me wrong. I like the flavor. I get a headache almost instantly when I drink rum. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So I just don't drink rum.
Yeah, that happens.
And like the Scotch it's just that smoky flavor. A lot of people, I guess, really like it. I'm not a fan.
I don't mind Scotch.
I prefer bourbons. I've taken my time as a young man to kind of narrow it down on what I do and do not like, and I've settled on bourbons.
I don't particularly care for bourbons. I prefer a whiskey.
like a Tennessee Nash kind of whiskey.
Mm, Canadian, Irish.
Canadian, yeah. Oh, you do like Irish whiskeys. Oh, that makes sense.
Like is Buffalo Trace whiskey or is that a
That's
bourbon?
bourbon.
Is it? I do really like the Buffalo Trace. Like I said, I think
do. Yeah.
I think that was on the 30th of September, I tried all of the bourbon or whiskey that I have in the house.
Which is fair.
And yeah, I would say the Bushmills was probably one of my favorites. That might have been my favorite. The Beaky Blinders edition.
Yes, okay.
And then it was probably the Buffalo Trace. And then it was Angel's Envy, and then the Four Roses.
I'll take that because Angel's Envy is my personal favorite, but I can understand why it wouldn't be someone else's. It's a little different. It's a little sweeter. And Buffalo Trace is just delicious, in my opinion. So losing a Buffalo Trace, don't bother me at all.
Well, see, and I prefer a sweeter too, because I mean, like my favorite whiskey probably is Crown.
Yeah.
Which is a very sweet whiskey.
It is. It fucks me up. Gives me a real bad hangover.
So, but yeah.
Anything I can mix with ginger ale. Obviously, I'll drink it neat, but anything I can mix with ginger ale.
Who drinks fucking ginger ale?
Have you ever done Crown and ginger ale?
No.
Jameson and ginger ale is a known thing. Oh, man.
I'm going to drink whiskey. If I'm going to mix it with anything, it's going to be water.
Oh, okay. It's not bad.
And maybe a splash of Coke or Sprite on the top.
I don't like the splash of Coke that's too syrupy sweet for me. But the Sprite or the 7-Up, I'll do that. I'll do that.
I prefer the Coke to give it a little bit of
body.
The little darkness.
The body.
I don't know if I would say body.
I don't know. I'm just saying words I hear people do at whiskey and wine tastings. Oh, yes. Good finish. Nice oaky, blah, blah, blah. And they're over here sipping, and I'm just...
I don't go to wine tastings.
I don't go to wine tastings, but whiskey tastings. If you've never toured a distillery, that is so much fun.
We don't have any of those up here.
You should have at least like one or two.
We have like breweries, but I don't think we have distilleries.
Bet. Watch. I can bet you anything you do. At least one or two. But it is, and maybe on a camping trip, that's something oh no, because of the kids. It's probably not a good idea.
Not for a couple years anyway.
Yeah, not for a while, which is fine.
5-6 years. That'll be good.
I actually have a coworker that just came back from an all-inclusive resort. And now I really want to do that with you guys. And the kids.
Yeah.
I'm down to have the kids too. Like, they would have so much fun. Pool, beach,
All you can eat, all you can drink.
Hell yeah. Which I was
told. They got mixers.
I was told the drink package actually isn't worth it unless you can drink 15 drinks a day.
Yeah. I plan on being sober if I've got a drink package.
It's fair. And it's just like, yeah, unless you
drink. It'll be different if my kids are there, though.
It's so funny because Ag was with me when they said that, and they're like, yeah, unless you could drink 15 drinks a day, it's really not worth it. And she, facing the other direction, just goes and looks dead at me. It's just like, I know what I am. Okie dokie.
All right. Well, we're probably at time even with our little poop break.
Yeah, we are.
So
it's been a very sober day.
It is.
We'll improv and we'll get some actual decent conversation topics. I did learn a little bit about buying a house. Not buying a house, renting a house. Buying a house eventually. And I want to pick your brain about a couple other things. Some video game related news and stuff like that, but we can do it next week.
Okay. We can do that. What movie do I need to...
My favorite scary movie, and it's not super terrifying or scary or anything like that, is The Conjuring. I do want you to watch that at some point. However, I think a good way to get you into the supernatural horror genre, and it's a new movie, and it's on a streaming service, I can't remember which one right now, is The Pope's Exorcist. And it is on with Russell Crowe. And it's
Don't I
like,
have to watch The Exorcist first?
nope, it's not related
No?
to The Exorcist at all. And it's not half as spooky as The Exorcist. It's a very action-oriented spooky movie, which is why I'm recommending it. It's very
Okay.
good. Russell Crowe as a Roman Italian priest, fucking hilarious.
Is he like big and weird like he was in
Yeah. Yeah,
what was it, Thor
Yeah.
Ragnarok?
he is.
Or not Ragnarok.
I know what you mean. Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
He's still put on the weight. Like the weight's still there. And it gives you a good basis for a lot of future horror movies because a lot of them do have the Catholic inspiration of exorcism, infestation. These are the signs, these are the times. Like all of that is in there, but then it's a little like it's a lot more actiony and thrillery than it is
Kind of like
spooky.
Constantine then?
Yes, very similar to Constantine. Not as actiony, but up that alley.
I liked that movie.
I love that movie. Keanu Reeves wants to do a second one.
I wish you would.
Me too.
I'd watch anything Keanu does though.
Oh yeah. But I think that would be a good intro for you. Just don't let the boys watch it. There are some scenes that have gore and real scary imagery.
They're chicken shits. They won't watch anything.
Okay. Which there are some horror movies going on Disney Plus right now that are really good. Goosebumps, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, stuff like that. If you did want to spook them out a little bit for Halloween, but not actually spook them out.
They need to start. I mean, they're getting old enough now. Like we need to
By
get over
the time I was your son's ages, I was
scared
watching The Hills Have Eyes, The Exorcist, and
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's time to toughen them up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Starting with Disney Plus. Great horror movies on there right now.
So, all right. Final words for the people.
Don't pray to pagan gods and have a good, blessed day.
Why not the pagan gods? What's wrong with them?
Because they're weird and they're horny. It's not worth it.
Well, do you know, like, technically the pagan gods, if what they said in Vikings is true, was like Thor and Odin were pagan gods.
It almost sounds like you're saying pagan gods, which is even worse.
Pagan.
Pagan, yeah. Well, I mean, pagan encompasses like a lot of different things, not just Norse mythology.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to specify for Norse mythology. Heathenism, which is a thing.
All right. Well, as always, don't pet the sweaty stuff and don't sweat the petty stuff.